talking about today is not just speeding up your aging process, it's also about increasing your risk of heart disease and dementia. And that's just two things. Hi, my name's Christine L. Conroy. Welcome to Happy Stuff and Fluff, a channel for women who are getting happy, living longer and growing younger. And in my last video, I announced that for a while I'm going to be focusing on the living longer and growing younger elements of the channel. And I asked you to think about your own thoughts and mindsets about how you feel about getting older. And about the fact that we will be busting the stereotypical myths. In fact, I'm going to do some right now. If you subscribe to the stereotype of aging, that it invariably means that you are going to get or become frail and wrinkly, have a look at these. So this is Geoffrey Life at the age of 84. I mean, look at that body, ladies. He's 84 years old. And this amazing lady, Takeshima Mika, I do hope I haven't obliterated the pronunciation of that name, but she's 90 years old. She only started exercising at 65. And as you can see here, she's lost quite a bit of weight. This lady, what would you say she is, 30, 40? Iris Davis is 74 years old. 74 years old. And I just thought I'd throw this dapper young chap in. Chuando Tan. What do we think? 35? Put in the comments box below how old you think this young man is, and I will let you know in a few minutes. The point is, yes, getting older can be difficult and miserable for many people. The point I want to make, the simple point I want to make, is it does not have to be like that. And also, you can start from wherever you are. You may be nursing some health conditions already, and you may have to work around those. But even if you do have underlying issues of any kind, there are things that you can do to improve and to age well, or to positively age, which is what I want us to be doing. And that's what I want to talk about today, because I was thinking about where do I start on this massive subject. What I'm not doing, I don't want to talk about taking 30, 40 years off the way you look by having cosmetic surgery or anything like that. In fact, I'm probably not going to talk about cosmetic surgery at all. I want to look at ways that we can do things that aren't going to cost the earth, but things that we can do for ourselves that are going to help us to live longer and grow younger, and that's the way I'm going. So I wondered where to start. Well, all of the research I've done, everybody talks about getting a good night's sleep. Now, I've talked about this before on more than one occasion, and I'll leave the links down below. This is a little bit different. First of all, I want to tell you first of all the bad news if you suffer from sleep deprivation. Well, first of all, let's talk about what actually is sleep deprivation. Okay, so the American Academy of Sleep Medicine recommends that adults get 7 hours of sleep per night. And if you go for any length of time, sleeping less than 7 hours, you're considered to be sleep deprived. One study of human sleep deprivation followed a group of people who were sleep deprived for just 6 nights, and they developed higher blood pressure, higher levels of the stress hormone, and they showed signs of insulin resistance, which is the precursor to type 2 diabetes. Just as a caveat here, and just so that you know, once that this group of people got back to their normal 7 hours of sleep, these conditions cleared up. That is key. Now, medications for various conditions could be preventing you or be at the root of your sleeplessness, or indeed the condition itself, and only you know that. You need to liaise obviously with your medical practitioner, but nearly half of insomnia cases stem from emotional and psychological problems. Now, I have lots of videos on this, of course, being a positive psychology practitioner. Excuse me, go to the I've forgotten the word. Go to the what's it called? Playlists. Lost the word. And incidentally, young people do that too. So if you go to the playlist section of the of my channel, you'll see lots of headings, videos that will help you with things such as stinking thinking. That's constant thoughts or overthinking, all those kind of things that keep you awake at night. I have videos on that. That would help with that. Now, it could also be that your circadian rhythm is not synchronized, and that's what I want to talk about here, just for a minute. Your circadian rhythm. Now, circadian just means about a day, and the circadian rhythm is your internal clock that controls the ebbs and flows of your biological systems, or the biological systems or rhythms in your body, which include temperature, blood pressure, the release of hormones at the right time, and hunger. And the circadian rhythm responds to certain cues over the course of the 24 hours. The most influential one of those cues is light. Exposure to light at the right time helps to keep your internal clock on the correct schedule or time schedule. So, for example, we know that darkness is a sleep aid, basically, because, which I've mentioned before more than once, if you, a good sleep suggestion is that you sleep in a totally darkened room, because that dark helps your body to create melatonin, which is the sleep hormone, which causes drowsiness and helps you to go to sleep. Now, obviously, these days there's all kinds of light pollution going on, not least blue light from any of your equipment that you may have in your bedroom, which is why we say don't have your phone in your bedroom, have it at your bedroom door, or get rid of all blue light. Now, because lots of people said to me, that's all very well, but when I read before I go to sleep, I read on my tablet or read on my phone, then I suggest you get a pair of blue light eliminating glasses. I'll leave a link to some down below. I haven't used these myself because I don't do that. I sleep in a darkened room, but I have heard good things about them, about eliminating the blue light. So it's the light hitting your eyes that is a cue for your circadian rhythm to get it synchronized. This is what I'm going to suggest you do. I've made this suggestion already, but for different reasons. But this has come from the sleep doctor, Dr. Breus, I think it's called. Anyway, he's written a book called ENERGIZE, which talks about, because people say to me, well, I'm an early riser or I'm a night person. So, it's different for different people. And the sleep doctor has clearly recognised this and done lots of research on it. And he's written this book advising you, depending on the kind of person, the kind of sleeper that you are, if you will. So I'll leave a link to that down below for you to look at too. But what I want you to do, you will have heard this before, but when I was talking about, because some people wake up in the morning feeling fed up before the day's even started, and I recommended some things to help you to lift your mood first thing. This is to help you to set your circadian rhythm for the rest of the day, and therefore help you when it comes to sleep that night. So this is what you do. When you get out of bed in the morning, the first thing to do, swing your legs out of bed, sit there and do some deep breathing. Now what this does, it brings you into the present moment, but it also, if you are that person who wakes up with lots of things going around in your head about what you need to do, this helps you clear your mind. So the sleep doctor suggests 15 deep breaths. You can work up to that if you will, if you'd like to. So it's literally breathe in through your nose, let your belly rise out, we know that, and then out again. So nice, long, deep breaths, focusing on your breath and nothing else. And then hydrate before you caffeinate. So instead of heading down the stairs or heading into your kitchen for that first cup of coffee, have a glass of water instead. So when you go to bed, take a glass of water with you. The sleep doctor recommends 15 ounces. I struggle to drink water. I'm doing this. This is the first step of my increasing my water intake. The first thing I do now is drink a glass of water when I'm sitting on the edge of the bed, when I've done the breathing. When you think about it, because your body does not, and brain does not sleep overnight, it's constantly working to heal and to balance your body. It's hard work, and so it's dehydrating. So that glass first thing is important to your body. And then once you've done that, as soon as you possibly can, get outside so that the light can hit your eyes. Now this does two things. If you're in a part of the world where it's sunny in the morning, then that's great. Go outside and maybe drink your green tea, or if you are drinking coffee, drink that outside. If it's colder, put your coat on, but try to get outside. If it isn't a sunny clime where you live, as it isn't where I am, still go outside to get that daylight into your eyes, because what that does, it tells your body to stop now producing melatonin and to start producing vitamin D. And we know what vitamin D does for us. And apparently the optimum time is 15 minutes. Great if you've got a dog. Take your dog out for a walk. But other than that, get outside for as long as you can, first thing, and then come back in and do whatever it is you need to do to start your day. And that's going to help you sleep at night. That's going to set your circadian rhythms synchronized for the rest of the day so that you're going to sleep at the right time at night. Now, if then you have trouble falling asleep, because no matter what we do, there is no getting away from the fact that certain things change, certain things in your body change the older you get. And one of those things is it takes you longer to get to sleep, and you don't need as much sleep the older you get. So that's okay. There's no problem with that as long as you accept that. But then if you're struggling in any other way to actually fall asleep, I'll leave the link down below, some of my other videos on tips and tricks and strategies to help you get a good night's sleep. This is our first step to living longer and growing younger. If you don't get a good night's sleep, it leads to all of the nasties that I've talked about before. But even if it doesn't lead to those nasties, it doesn't make you look good. Dark circles, and I know about them. I have them whether I sleep well or not. But dark circles, puffy eyes, swollen face because you look so tired all the time, you know that. Let's get this sorted, the good night's sleep, and then we can start to build on that to start living longer and growing younger. Comments in the comments box down below, please. Oh, I didn't tell you how old our young chap is. How old? He's 56, guys. He's 56. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.